When he came home from North Harbor late that afternoon, he dropped into the soiled hammock hanging from the spare rafters of his small barong-barong. He covered his face with a frayed, weather-beaten straw hat and struggled himself into sleep. He was trying to forget what he learned at the piers. There was no work for all. Men were taken in by slow rotation. One was to work 1 week every month, not more. Ships brought in small merchandise. The controls for import remained tight, and the hands at the piers were numerous. Ilocanos, Visayas, Bicolanos, Tagalogs. All tries to hog the available jobs at the waterfront. Too often scuffle caught up with the workers and went to the weakest home of bleeding or bruises. Men desire work will slowly exhaust their strength and excesses or idleness. And their family languished too. Malnutrition, sickness, and even death. They were familiar scenes in slums. Homes when came into being when work was plenteous and money was easy, were rent asunder and began to disintegrate. Men became unwilling thieves, while the women, the women, they sell whatever they can do to exist. Barong-barongs that were bright once with light happy music became sinister and dark. Men became callous, and their movements became suspicious. Their tomorrows yield no promise, for wisdom gleaned from their yesterdays. Othello lay there in his soil hammock, weary but uneasy, pestered with flies, and the importunate thought that tomorrow or sooner he shall walk the long streets again. It was different 5 years ago. He was the young and strong. His first growth of mustache remained unshaven, which gave that gallant look. Work was plenteous, and there much money to spare. It was not strange, therefore, that after the day's work, he would seek the calmness of music, soft lights, and sweetened conversations of the women at the nightclubs. Life glided on grandly, and the heavens burned brightly for both beauty and youth. That was 5 years ago. Othello met Elnora. She was a dancer and beautiful in spite of her age. Othello was young, grown in the fertile slums, whose education were taken care of by the bawdy educations of men who sat from morning till evening at the gutters. And when he saw her, his earnings went like water, which scared her to him. a human drinking. But the moments were passion painted, and the beauty was reared in the meanest elevation. And the 5 years flew by. Their humble fortunes dwindled slowly, and life was a shoestring that gradually tightened around them. What little property they owned went to pawnshop or the junkman. Jobs were fought for, and they brought little. There was no promise of fortune. A blank wall rose between him and tomorrow.
Elnora, dress up. We shall go to the subway this evening. It is time, since we went to the theater last.
On the way, he stopped at the restaurant. There they ate their supper as they used to do 5 years ago. Then they went out and walked. The man brought him in the direction that was bringing her away from home. The woman did not notice this then. She was unusually happy, and she kept repeating,
The woman in the picture was a brave woman. The world have carved her that way, and she accepted the ill fortunes with a stout heart.
And they walked on and on until they were walking over a long bridge. When she saw this, she said,
Why, Othello, are we not going home tonight?
No more. Yes, no more. Shall you come home, Elnora?
Why, Othello, I cannot understand.
We should not deceive ourselves any longer, Elnora. We have been living in a bubble of illusion. At first it grew big and round, but this dream has shrunk and may soon burst. I do not want you to witness that this illusion has wrought in me these days.
But are we not happy?
Happy? No, we are pleased with ourselves for the meantime, but this is transitory. Like our barong-barong, which will sooner or later crumbles, our dreams will suffer beyond redemption. This rather cruel, but I prefer this than the slow death that shall eat our very souls and make us craven bits.
Sila Easter. Hi, Max.
Ano lang, ginaisip ko pa.
Ikaw mo tagaling Max. Ako buto ng forma. Ito, dahan. Buto na ako. Ito kaya ako. Ako bala. Pakatiwala ka mo. Sales to ka eh.
Muli kita makara?
Ha?
Muli.
Uli, ito sa inyo makara.
Basta balik.
Ikaw mo na tumutok. Mga hapon na po sa kere. Oo.
Sige, go ahead.
Libag! Libag! Kaya na! Kaya Mark, dayon. Yun na. Bigyan, madami.